That's all
Um,
right.
okay, let me think real quick. I get all flustered. Okay, the first, and I'll try to keep mine really short and brief. These are wonderful, you guys. Congrats on your thing that you won. And then these testimonials, I've only got to hear half of them because there's guys here working. They're so fantastic. I'm just really thrilled. But the first day I got it, I went in for thermography and I said, "Oh, I kind of have a migraine or a headache today." And I knew Linda had been working on this for years. And she said, "Oh, the watch is here. Do you want to try it?" I put it on. And by the time I was leaving, and migraines are tough to kick. So, and then I did my thermography, laid on her little bed or rested. And by the time I was leaving, my migraine was down from like a 10 to like a 1. And I said, I'll take one. I'm buying it. And then that night, some friends were coming over, and one of them sat down and she goes, "Oh, I might have to leave. I've had a headache all day." And I go, "Just a second." I ran upstairs. I put the watch on her. She was like, "This really works." And then the next friend came over and she goes, I'm going to leave. I've had vertigo today. I don't know what the problem is. I go, "Just a second." So I ran up and got the watch and I put it on her for vertigo. She stayed the whole night and had drinks. And by the end, maybe had vertigo for another reason. But anyway, both of them. So that was really cool. Another friend was over one time and she was all congested, totally stuffed up. And I've known her my whole life. So we're very frank with each other. And I go, "I got something." I go, "Well, you just try this." And she goes, "Fine." I put it on her and she goes, "I'm just letting you know things like this don't work for me." I said, "Okay, just wear it." Well, about 20 minutes later, she's sitting there with the group and she goes, "Okay, I have to tell you, this thing works." I'm all cleared up. And so she reluctantly, it worked and she had to say that it did. So that was really good. And the other friend had a UTI. She'd been battling and had been to the doctor many numerous times and been on different antibiotics and was having all the side effects from all the antibiotics and not getting better and was starting into a nervous wreck about this is not, and so I took the watch over to her house, put it on her, and put it on calming, put it on, any setting I could think of, and the UTI and the bacteria. And I left it with her for a couple days. She got better. And then she thought, "Okay, I'm going to try acupuncture and other things because I'm not going to keep going and getting on these prescription drugs that aren't fixing the problem and are making me sick." So she changed to that. I let her have my watch a few days, but then I was selfish and I wanted it back because I use it a lot. So she wanted one but couldn't afford it. So I thought someday when there's specials, I'll let you know and maybe you can get in on a watch. So in a nutshell, I could even tell you more experiences, but in a nutshell, that's mine. So I just want to say, woohoo, it's great.
Oh, that's amazing. And I love that most of your testimony is all the people you're helping.
That was
So
amazing. Yeah.
thank you. That's
When
Well,
I
I don't know
wonderful.
if you heard, but at the first, Joseph was letting you know that we do have a pay plan.
Yeah.
We've had it for
Oh
a
yeah.
while, but people aren't seeing it, and they could actually pay $50 a month for a year and get it if that would be helpful.
Well,
Yeah.
in my I thought if I can afford to buy a few, I'll contact you because I thought, well, what if I buy a few and then I could sell them to my friends for half the price? Then I'm kind of buying half the watch because it's a lot to buy the whole thing. So I was thinking maybe I can do some kind of deal like that for them or something. Um,
Yeah.
so
Absolutely.
I'm calculating that. And here's a funny thing: sometimes when I'm wearing the watch, people will go, "What is that?" Um, and I jokingly tell them, I go, "It's, in large print, like they have books. This is an Apple Watch in large print." And then they start laughing. I go, "No, no, 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 no. It's actually a frequency." And then I tell them about it. But they crack
Yeah.
up when they the huge watch on my wrist. Yeah.
Yeah, Apple Watch in large print. I love it. Well, yeah, thank you for your generosity. And like Linda said, we do have a payment plan. So it's at the beginning of the webinar, but yeah, be sure and share that. It's just called Shop Pay, and they can pay in 6 months or 6 weeks or 12 months. So
Wonderful. Wonderful. I'll check that out. That's awesome. I'll spread that too. All
all
right.
right. Thanks.
Well,
Thanks so
love you
much, Ann.
too. It's just awesome.
All
Thank
right.
you. All
Yeah.
right.
Thanks, Anne.